A content pack, data visualizations, and SharePoint? That's coming up. Hi, I'm Adam Saxon, and today's Thursday, which means we're going to do our information roundup like we do every Thursday here on Guy in a Cube. There's a lot of stuff going on, so let's jump in. First up is a content pack for Power BI, and it's about the Azure Search service. If you're using the Azure Search service, try saying that 3 times in a row, you'll want to take a look at this content pack. It's a curated set of a dashboard report and data set that can connect to your Azure Search traffic data, and you can quickly gain access to the search data that's available. Next on my list was the January update for the Power BI mobile apps, and in this update, there were a lot of items. Some of which were the ability for dashboards to refresh in real time. The cache for items will not expire, so you can be in offline mode indefinitely if there's no network available. Ability to see pinned R visualizations within inside of the mobile app. Also, I mentioned last week that Power BI is available in Brazil, and that includes the mobile apps themselves. There were a lot of other updates as well, so be sure to check out this blog post to see what all is available. Next on my list is an update for custom visuals. The first main piece of this is the ability to pin custom visuals from your report onto your dashboard. So previously, if you included a custom visual in your report, when you went to go pin that to your dashboard, it would give you an error saying that that visualization wasn't supported to pin. Now you can do that. And so if you're using custom visualizations in your reports, you can now pin that to your dashboard and have that available next to your other data. The other item in this blog post was a heavily requested item with regards to the notification that you get at the top when you have to enable a custom visualization. And so we made improvements in that area, so you won't get this as often. It will remember the visualization that you enabled so that you're not nagged all the time. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Next on my list is a blog post by Buck Woody called Data Visualization Basics for Data Scientists. And in this blog post, he does a great job of just talking about visualizations in general, not specific necessarily to Power BI or reporting services. And he uses R to actually illustrate some of the points. So if you're into visualizations, be sure to check out this blog post. You will not regret it. Next on the list is a short blog post by Teo Lachev, where he talks about the ACE driver and the Bitness that can ensue from it. I've heard a lot of comments on this before. This came up a lot on the support side. So the scenario is this. If you're trying to use data from an Access database, you need the ACE driver to do that. But what if you're using Office 32-bit and you're using Power BI Desktop 64-bit? Well, you have some issues when you try and go and install the 64-bit version of the driver because it's going to complain about 32-bit version of Office. And so he talks in this blog post how you can overcome that. It was actually a pretty cool item. I'm not going to give it away, so be sure to go check out this blog post. Last on my list for this week is a second white paper for SharePoint 2016 integration with PowerPivot from SQL 2016. This one's specific to a multi-tier SharePoint farm, whereas the previous white paper was just considering one SharePoint box. So if you're using SQL 2016 and you're using SharePoint 2016 and you want to deploy on a multi-server farm, be sure to check out this white paper. It will help you out. It is not easy. Okay, those are my items for this week. I hope you found them as interesting as I did. I'd love to hear your comments. Go ahead and leave that down below and tell me what you thought. What items were you excited about? Did you have something that I didn't talk about that you want to share out with everyone else? Leave that down below as well. And as always, the links for all of the items I talked about are in the description below. If this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. Every Thursday I do an information roundup just like this, where I take a look at the last week and find the items that were interesting to me and share that out with you. Every Tuesday I take a look at a technical item where I look at how something works, maybe a new feature, or how to troubleshoot something. Really something that's going to be valuable to you. And really this is about you. I want to help you be more effective and successful at the things that you do. So go ahead and subscribe and be part of the conversation.